And welcome back to episode 287 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co host, C. What's happening?
Back every other week.
Got my
Playoff ball,
guy,
baby. Listen,
my guy A. Ryan was good. Two thumbs up.
Man, I'm,
yeah,
I'm
the behind is that background, the behind is, huh?
Oh
hey,
shit.
no, me and the Bulls, we in the Bahamas right now, nigga. We chill.
This nigga look like a crooked Nickelodeon executive.
Exactly.
Forgot the whole crowd. Jimmy said we the bull. I forget what the bull. He said we the Bahamas right now. This shit
We
is
out here, we
funny.
out here, we out here lounging.
Moving to the offseason. Bulls
Well, the
still. He
off
said,
season, man. Hey, look, man, you don't win. You can at least enjoy the off season.
You know, you pan the camera over, you gonna see the banana boat crew reunited over there.
Definitely. I'm winning on my jet ski. They ain't ready yet. I'm in line.
Shit. Let
you gotta be on one next week.
let's get into it then. Let's get into it, CT, since you wanna talk shit about my squad.
Y'all gotta be the talk of the town. Y'all the number one seed getting beat down
But you act
at
like you
home.
beating the number one seed. You ain't beating the number one seed. You're not
What you
beating the
mean in the
team
series
that
or
got
just
the number one seed. Motherfuckers is down three major players on our squad right now.
This is down. DeAndre out.
no? They played the first game. Two of them played the first game. The other don't know
DeAndre
what
Hunter and
made them sit
Evan
out
Mobley.
that second. I don't. They must have thought they was gonna win the second game or some shit. Sitting out like they was for sure gonna win.
The first
What they
game,
doing?
they probably thought shit was sweet. First game, they
Right.
thought shit was sweet.
Oh, they stole one. That's what they stole one
No, they
first
stole the
game. We
first
about to
one.
get this one. They stole the second
Second
one too.
You ain't
second
steal
one hurt.
shit.
Second one hurt though.
That
You
paint.
down the whole game.
Right.
You missed the free throw and get the offensive rebound and hit a three to take the lead. That's you stole one.
But it
They
shouldn't have,
sick in Cleveland right now. Still,
it shouldn't have been to that point in the first place. The issue is that you don't got a Mobley out there, so that paint is sweet as fuck. You got Dean Wade starting at your four.
didn't need them.
You got Dean Wade starting
Pascal
at your
wasn't
four.
hooping. Nobody was really hooping. Jared Allen 24 and 10. He was hooping. Max had 20 plus. You supposed to win that. But you
Nah,
know Ty Jerome 1 for 14.
that motherfucker be
Ty
chucking shit
Jerome.
up.
But this is the first time I've ever seen him play like that.
He
He ain't
chuck
never
shit
played
up.
like
He
that.
chuck shit up on a good night. He just
And he hits.
they
Yeah.
go in,
He
but
hits.
that don't mean they always
That's
good
him.
shots.
That's Ty Jerome when he hits. But that wasn't Ty Jerome the other night.
Listen, he was out there,
He had two shots and they win. You know what I'm saying? That's how you look at it. You give us
and it
two of
wasn't
those
even
shots and we winning.
and it wasn't even just Ty. You know, Donovan was missing. He made his points. Of
No,
course, he
Donovan
was in
had
the
the team on
paint.
his back.
He had
He
Yeah,
had
48.
0 points.
yeah.
He had zero rebounds in the first half. He ended up with like 9 or 10. He ended up like 8. Dude was killing the whole game. He had like 20 in the first. What do you have? Almost 30 in the first half.
Without Donovan out there, it'd have been real
Oh
bad.
yeah, no, you need Donovan.
It'd
You
been
need
real.
Donovan, but we also need that more than that 1 from 4 from you.
Y'all was also
Like them
missing.
is clutch shots you missing. It's not that 48 isn't appreciated. It's just that those shots that you did miss is like, damn.
Y'all was missing free throws.
Rebound, the game's
A lot
over
of
with.
free
Y'all
throws.
rebound, it's over with.
At the end of the day, the
Y'all
paint was sweet as fuck. Like they was giving up. Everybody had shit. The paint
not
was
really. The
sweet
Pacers
as
played
fuck.
bad. They
Shit, you
played
crazy.
bad.
All them turnarounds, Siakam and Turner and them was getting just in the
No,
paint
they had
easy
to go on an
shots.
8. They went on an 8-0 run to end the game, so they really wasn't doing much until like the last minute, bro.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. They went on an 8-0 run to end the game.
Yeah,
That's
they
what I'm
was
saying.
up.
The Cavs is sick.
They was up
You
10 with
box
like a
out, you
minute
win.
and some change left. You can't get them up. You can't get them up.
I know. I just know they didn't expect that three to go in from Tyrese. Like he stepped back on Ty
He
Jerome.
looked ugly when he
You
shoot.
down
He
one. You
looked
could
ugly as fuck. You be doing this.
Right.
That should be nice.
And he don't jump.
that shit. And his
That's
daddy not allowed in the arena. He's just killing.
shit. I mean,
He's killing.
I don't know.
This guy,
But
Mr. Underrated, he's showing out. He killed you. Knocked Giannis out. Same way.
that motherfucker ain't Mr. Underrated. If
That's
anybody
what
else
the
had them
league voted
stats,
him.
they would
I
call them an
swear.
average player.
He's
Hall of Famer.
that was a player vote.
What?
The
Yeah,
unrated.
that's what I'm saying. It's Pierce.
That was a player vote. So
That's
that
why
makes
he did
it
the.
worse. That makes it feel worse.
You see him at the end when he was doing the muck. He said nut thing.
I ain't hearing that shit. He a good distributor.
That's the problem. He's not hearing it either.
He a good distributor. I'll give him that.
If somebody
He
told me
can score too.
playing, right, and I'm playing against you in the playoffs, if I can get 30 or at least over 20 on you, I'm winning. I'm gonna do that every time. That's what he's been doing since that reward came out. 20 plus
20s and 10 every game. 20 and 10s. Yep, you're right.
No, that's not right.
And his assisted turnover ratio is crazy.
He was just 19-9 last game. He didn't have multiple games under 20
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, these last few games he's been going for 20 against 19, Milwaukee.
He had 19 on the 6th. He had 17 against Milwaukee, 14 against Milwaukee, 10 against Milwaukee. Stop. He ain't just getting 20s every. That's not what's happening.
I'm talking about these last 5 games. He has in these last 5? Well, besides
the last game, he got in the last 5. Besides the last game, let's go. 19 in the last, 22nd the one before that. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, 19 in the last, 22nd the one before that. 26 in the last against Milwaukee. Then 17, 14, 21, 10. That's why I'm saying he's a good distributor.
I'm wrong on this point.
He's not a guaranteed scorer. It's not like he's a guaranteed bucket. He's pulling through when he needs to, and for that I will give him credit. But I told you before the playoffs started, we don't win if we don't have a full team. We don't win with injuries. It's the same every year. Somebody goes out.
And you supposed to win that. You gotta win those, man.
It was a hard loss.
It was. And it was a valiant effort on the Cavs' end because, you was doing so much with so little. But, again, without full strength, the Cavs don't win. They don't do it. You need Darius. You need that distribution and that extra 15 to 20.
Boston, but every other team, they should be able to prove.
But you said it. You said, now I'll say that. I'm not trying to hate on Tyrese, but I'll say the Pacers as a whole are underrated. The Pacers as a whole are underrated. Tyrese Halliburton is a very solid player that's on his way to being somebody top in the league. But we all know you ain't had a good season since 2 years ago when you was on your 30-10 run and got hurt.
Who are we talking about?
Tyrese. Tyrese was averaging close to 30 and 10 rebounds and 10 assists a game, and then got hurt, and he ain't came back the same since. He's pulling his weight.
It's a good team. I don't think it should be surprising if they beat the Cavs, but if Darius Garland don't get the fuck back out there,
he got to.
That nigga's finna get swept.
We missing that.
That's the ultimate.
Because you got to think, Darius Garland. What you say, Aaron?
I'm just saying the mental part has been broken. They up 2-0.
Right.
It's all a mental game at this point.
But I will say, if you can find a way to get back to full strength, I can definitely see the Cavs going 4-0. You just got to be full strength. Yeah. You're not going to do it without being full strength.
I think this kind of woke him up to being down. Woke him up a little bit. You know
right.
The heat was sweet. They was sweet on the heat.
I'm about to say the heat was too easy. Darius should have sat out that series.
You hear me? I don't know what you.
It was 50-point blowout.
Because Darius is our Halliburton at the end of the day. That is the nigga that's going to give you your 15 to 22 points a night with 8 to 12 rebounds or 8 to 12 assists. If we don't have that, it's tough. And then you taking away the defensive player of the year as well. DeAndre Hunter ain't been
He's
DeAndre
been
Hunter since
22.
Atlanta, so that's not a concern. But
Man, now he's playing in the playoffs.
he trying. But when was you gonna show up? When was you gonna
10.
hop
He
off that
long as he gets
plane?
you a good 10-4, he gets you a 10-4 game.
And listen, for my bet history, it's very few and far between he giving you that. I had to take that nigga off my slips. Like, nah, leave Hunter alone.
He said he was sick that game. He only played like 16 minutes or something.
That nigga ain't been sick for 2 months.
That one game he had like 0 points or some shit. He didn't play in the playoffs. I was like, what the fuck? But it was against the Heat.
But yeah, I mean, Donovan Mitchell definitely did his thing. That game, you could tell he was putting his team on his back, but he can't do it alone.
That dunk on Pascal. Oh my god.
It was a lot of dunks in that game. And I was like, oh shit.
That was a great game from Donovan Mitchell, but when the game ends like that, it negates everything that happened in the game.
Right.
They was up 10. I can't believe it. Max was yelling, just hit a three to go up.
My man shot a free throw, got the rebound, went back out to the 3-point line, and busted
Ran it out to the free throw line. Like, who does that? Run to the 3-point line?
With 4 seconds left, I think it was, or 3 seconds left, there was no answer.
Right. That nigga was playing NBA 2K out there.
You could have hit a 2 and got groovy.
He missed the free throw and got the rebound.
But why?
It's just that what. Remember that? Okay, you see the OKC game too though against Denver.
I didn't.
Both free throws.
I did see Aaron Gordon's 3-pointer.
Hit the game winner.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't see that game.
Chet hit both those free throws. It's going to overtime. If he hit the 3, you know what I'm saying? But he missed both free throws. He hit the 3.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough regardless. I just hope to. I hope
They
to see them all back out there. I'm just sick of seeing. I'm just sick of seeing them fall off from injury. This will be the third year in a row. Injuries.
Always Darius.
It's not always Darius.
Mm.
It's not always Darius because the first year, when I say 33 years in a row, the very first year it was both our bigs. The year after that,
playing year where y'all didn't. He was hurt. He got hurt, and y'all didn't make it.
Mm-hmm. The year after that, he did sit out a little bit.
When I was in Cleveland watching him, he was hurt a lot. When Colin was there, like.
And what do he do? You know what I'm saying? What do you do to be getting hurt like that?
That one he fell on his face. That was ugly. That is something you can't control. But
right.
I don't even know why he hurt now. You know why?
And I tried to look it up too, trying to see when he would be back.
Was it toe?
Let me see.
Yeah, it was.
See if I can
find. I think Mobley might have.
Because I didn't check the injury. I was checking to see when he would be back.
Yeah.
Not today, man.
He was always questionable too, like he was about to play, but
yeah, this says strained big toe.
That's what the move seemed like that, yeah.
It do be hurting though, I ain't gonna front. That's one of the injuries I've
If you got that toe, you can't get up and down.
Yeah, especially a big one. I will give him that. But I mean, that don't mean that you still don't need to be out there.
You got a lot of lift off that toe, so yeah, that hurts.
Somebody you gotta be out there. Toe? You might not never have this opportunity again. You might not never have this opportunity again.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there at least get your guys some good looks. Cause right now all Donovan can do is crash the defense and kick it out and hope motherfuckers is making threes. And right now the only person you can look for is Strus. So we'll see how it go. I mean, the question is, what do you do now at this point? Do you run the risk of thugging it out and going out there game 3, or do you sit out again and say, let me see if this gets me right for the last shot?
If you want to make round, is your question. Because if the Pacers win this next game, it's over with. It's over with.
It depends. Again, it depends. If everybody can come back, I don't know if that's true.
If Evan
You
Mobley
said
comes
when this
back,
next one,
Darius Garland
the
is
next one, it's over. Yeah, you're right.
it's over with.
Not if the whole team come back.
I just said that. If Evan Mobley comes back, good. If Darius Garland comes back, good. But if they don't, it's over with.
Right. I mean, but
The
we knew that.
psychological game has been played, nigga. The psychological card has been played. Them niggas is mentally destroyed.
I don't know if I would
Yeah.
say all that.
Okay.
I don't know if I would say all that. Mentally destroyed is wild.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, that's a tough loss. Don't get me wrong, but there's certain mistakes you can correct that prevent that loss from happening.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So hindsight 2020, if they'd have knew it was gonna come down to a 3-point game at the end of the game, I'm sure those mistakes would have been corrected. But you don't know how it's gonna play out. So now all you can do is watch film and make sure you don't make the same mistakes in game 3.
What I'm saying is, if Donovan Mitchell has to come out there the next two games and score 40-something points.
Oh yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. I love D Mitch, but that's not happening. He ain't just putting up close to 50 back to back to back.
And if he does, he's one of the greatest to ever do it. So there's the other side.
I'll give you that.
But I don't see them doing it without, like you said, the supporting cast, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley.
Right.
If either of them don't play, it's looking bad.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. I agree with that 1,000. But shit, I ain't about to just be giving y'all credit like y'all beating the number 1 seed. Y'all got to see the number 1 seed to beat them. This ain't the number 1 seed. This is a team that's fighting for a spot right now. But I mean, it seems like it's a lot of that going around. Knicks upset the Celtics. The Nuggets upset the Thunder.
I don't think the Nuggets will upset because the Nuggets.
Yeah.
That was an upset. Jokic dropping 42 and 22.
If he can do that, the first game, what was the second game? 30 and 15?
I mean, that would be more realistic to me. Because we know the same way Donovan ain't dropping 48 in back-to-back games, Jokic ain't giving you 42 and 22 in back-to-back games.
Right. He didn't have a triple-double, though. He only had 42 and 22. And his assists were at like 6.
Yeah.
So, what I'm basically trying to say is that Jokic could have a better game assist-wise and rebound-wise, coming less on the points, and it's still the same game. You don't think so?
I guess if you're doubling the assist margin.
Yeah, so you have 12 assists, 12 rebounds, 23 points.
Yeah, if you doubling the assist margin, then yeah, I can see a similar outcome. But again, Aaron Gordon's not hitting that game winner every game either. And if it's that close, even with your 42, and 22, I would consider that to be an upset.
Yeah, the Nuggets won that, or the Thunder won that series.
I had the Thunder winning it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They play later though.
Yeah, I had the Thunder winning that one. I mean, I think it's their time for real.
I hope they win. I want to add that in. I hope they win.
Right.
Hoping crazy though.
You said what?
Jamal and Joker and them get going. They still can get stuff. Christian Brown look good. Michael Porter, Westbrook coming off the bench looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Brown was looking good. He been hitting them threes.
Yeah,
he been rebounding. This like 10 plus rebound.
And you know what? Not to harp on that Indiana Cleveland game. It was a lot of missed calls, bad calls that I seen. I was like, what's going on here? That Max Strus charge.
Oh, yeah.
That was a charge. How was that not a fucking charge? Yeah. And you gonna give him the and one? I was like, what the fuck? If I was Max, I might have got suspended over that one because I gotta say something. I gotta go say something to this ref real quick.
Check, please.
I gotta go say something real quick. You got money on this game? Is that what's going on here? But you know, you gotta take it on the chin. It is what it is. Like I said before too, I'm at the point right now where I'm just like, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Let's get it wrapped up. Let's hit the fast forward button to the finals so we can all enjoy that and move on to off-season football. And it's not like I expect my Raiders to be great or anything. I just want basketball is 82 games.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting real repetitive at this point. Real monotonous.
Mid-June. Give me mid-June. Because you're talking about preseason football and all, like football. Like,
off-season football, not necessarily preseason.
And all that type of shit.
Right. I'm one of them people that
sport on is baseball at that time.
That's why I call it, this is the politics era where nobody really gives a fuck about sports at the moment because it's only going to be baseball and moves in the off-season. Who got traded, who's going where, what free agents got picked up. But I get a kick out of, looking into all that shit too, especially from an NFL standpoint.
Yeah, you want people to like play Madden and do the whole like GM role.
Oh no, I don't do that.
You start picking the players shit.
No, I don't do that.
My right tackle gonna be, goddamn it.
I don't do all that now, but I like to know. I like to, how do you put it? I like to go through the scenarios in my head of how good or bad this addition could be. And right now, this is just, and I guess it's the 7-game series too. It's just the same shit. I don't care if it's my squad or anybody else's squad. It is just the same shit. Gets boring to me. Good games, but it's like, I love shit.
It though, man. Good basketball to me. They let these guys play.
Yeah, they are. That they are. That they definitely are. What's the score of this Knicks Celtics game?
It's 41-50.
You said what at the half?
41-50.
I said halftime.
Yeah, I see. I didn't get to see it. 41-50. Who at Boston?
Yep.
So they maintaining that little lead they had. That's another thing, man. In these motherfucking bets, Joe, it's like,
that's the thing, yeah.
You put in what you believe to be guarantees, right? And then it's like every game they swapping out who it is that's showing up. Like, what the fuck?
Joker got me last game. I just needed 2 more assists. He had 6. He was averaging 10. Like every game, he was at least 8, 9. He was like 8, 9, or 10. And I put it at 8. I was just watching it. They even gave him Jamal assist. They had it at 7. They took it back to 7. I mean, they took it back to 6 because I guess Jamal was dribbling or something. I was watching. I said, "Oh, he's not forgetting."
I don't know how many
it was like 5 minutes left.
You wonder how these
5 minutes left.
You said what, Aaron?
You wonder how these betting places make their money. Your DraftKings, your Prize Picks. You wonder how they.
I'm telling you, they got a direct line to the fucking sideline. Your nigga right about to hit his mark. He's sitting out. He's sitting out. They always take him out, and they know what motherfuckers is going with. It's to the point now where you got to start gambling on the minus 1100s and just add on a whole gang of them because
minus.
It's not like
you got to minus some shit, right?
It shit don't make sense. Like it should be easy.
But that'll kill you though when they go over on the. They kill you when you go over on the minus. But you be like, damn, they just got me. Mm-hmm. You want to show up tonight?
Oh no, I'm not talking about the under. I'm talking about the odds.
Oh,
fuck that minus. Fuck that minus 250 shit. Minus 1100. If you want to hit your bet, you better look at the minus 1000s and up. or below,
Mm.
however you want to phrase it, because they're gonna find a way to fuck you.
I just know whenever they say it's like an easy bet, any easy bet they give out, I try to find the regular bet on that, bet the under. Be
I
like,
realize they
oh,
know
he's at least gonna get 14 points. No, he's not. I bet the under on 15. I bet the under on
And
15. It
then they
works.
get you that way.
Sometimes they do, but
Yeah.
most of the times, that's when I win is when I bet against the odds.
Right.
So you're right. Oh, you say you're gonna get 20 points? Nah, that's an easy 20 to y'all. I mean, he's gonna get under
This
22.
nigga Jason Tatum got 2 points at halftime.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Two
Shit like
points at
that.
halftime. Chris
Yeah.
Stapps has zero.
I don't.
He
That's
got 9 rebounds, though. What the fuck?
0 points.
that's
Nine,
not.
9 rebounds, but you want to fucking. Oh, man.
I'm telling you, they got a direct
That's a
line to the
crib, too.
sidelines. That's what it is. How the fuck you, like you said, how you in Boston and this nigga only got 2 points at the half? Jason Tatum? Jason Tatum, his chucking ass? He chucking shit up.
Game been off.
He be passing.
He do, but he be chucking shots up.
What's Jalen Brown got?
17.
That's probably why.
Mm-hmm. He
Yeah,
got
Tatum 1
17.
for 7.
That shit ugly, man.
1 for 7 ain't bad.
But look, here's what I'm trying to say.
It ain't good.
They probably had a 20
He
point.
ain't trying to chuck. He ain't even
Probably
trying
had
to
a 20
chuck up
point
before.
line
You
on him
can
like he's
tell.
gonna get 20
He
points
said,
today.
fuck
That's
that.
the easy line. You bet the under on
Oh,
that.
me 20. Oh,
You might be
me.
on to something.
Bruh. You owning some because Steph did that the first game. Steph had 4 points in the first half and he ended up with 24. I said, fuck. I was
Bet the under. Yeah, under is underrated.
AE did it the other night too.
Right
AE
about
had
90.
2 points. Anthony Edwards had 2 points, ended with like 20 something. I'm like, fuck.
And Jalen Brunson sitting on 7 points right now. I'm
I'm
telling
about
you,
to
you
take
can't
Tatum
make
for
this shit
20.
up. I already made.
I'm taking Tatum for
I
20.
mean, originally, what I put him at? I
Nope,
put
ain't
him
no
at
original.
25.
I put him at 20 earlier, but I'm about to just do it now because I know the odds is crazier now.
Now this nigga, man.
Yeah, then they try to play. They try to put the over odds on him getting 20 points now.
And it's at
Halfway through the game,
plus
you bet
it's
on the
at
under.
plus
You
180.
bet on
Yep.
getting 20 points over.
Before the game, it was
Now
like
it's at
-1. It was like minus what two 20,000. But this shit plus 182 right now.
good luck.
Man, these niggas.
With five, what?
Them
Nah,
odds,
see, you gotta bet.
when it comes to like fighting and like one-on-one sports, them odds kind of you can play those, but when it comes to this, I don't know.
Yeah,
I try to bet conservative. If I do bet on something like that, I'm betting 20. Let me get 200. I'm cool. I'm a
yeah,
cheap. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Well, let me get 200. Let me get maybe five. But if I just get my 20 back, I'm good. But
He said if I get my 20 back, I'm good. Shit,
exactly.
who putting 20 down to get 20 back?
It's the flex pay. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
get 3 out of 5 right, you get your money back.
What
mm,
app you working on?
Prize pick.
Prize Picks?
Yeah.
This is not a sponsor of the show.
Come give us some bread. I need
yeah.
that
That's
shit.
why I like
We all
underdog
need
too
that
because
shit.
they give you that bread
Shit.
on there.
They could give us our money back for the sponsorship. Shit.
What y'all bet today? $7. Lord, motherfucker.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm about to
Um
get going. Watch.
yeah, I mean when you think about it, it was a whole bunch of fucking upsets.
Yeah, every
The
game was up.
Warriors upset the Timberwolves without Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was an upset.
The reason, another guy, Buddy Hill, 0 points in the first half.
He hit it like 24,
Oh my God, like 27.
something like that. Yeah.
When you pick him, you're a genius.
That was probably a bag alone right there.
I'm telling
And he
you,
had like 4 threes and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm so mad, bro.
Your best bet is to pick a bench player that you gambling to go off.
They don't even give you that option.
They do. Also,
Some.
feel
You
like
talk
a
about
role player, like somebody that gets minutes.
to have Al on the
They
bench
got
even
some
when
nigga
he
got 8
be
straight
having like
DMPs.
7
They ain't no
rebounds.
bets on that nigga.
Why was Al not on the
Under on
slips
everything.
today?
Al Horford.
Yeah,
But
he
No, he
playing,
said
but
he
they didn't
wasn't
even
on
put
the
him
he wasn't on none of the slips.
oh,
And he was
until
doing,
halftime.
man.
Now they got him on their halftime.
Yeah, shit ugly, man. I don't care what nobody say. Shit ugly. And that Timberwolves game, boy, 5 for 29 from three.
I didn't even watch that one. I went to sleep after the Cavs Pacers game. I
They
was
said
like,
Mm-hmm.
they said that's the worst team in history. They told him at the press conference, and I was like, "What?" Look, he looked at like
Five for
Randall. What he said?
29 from
12.
three.
They're 12 for 47 over the last couple of games. I think the first 2 games they said, yeah.
They
but they're not.
shot
Bro,
They're not going to do that.
17.2%.
They're not going. They're not going to do that every game. They're going to at
No.
least.
no, they said they were fourth in the NBA in the regular season in the shooting.
Yeah,
I was
nah,
like,
you
that's
know they
crazy.
ain't gonna do that every game for sure. But shit, 17%? You know they fucked up slips. They fucked up
And they in it
everybody's slips.
because Steph ain't even playing tomorrow already, so
Right.
they're gonna have to do that one back.
They didn't even break 199 to 88.
That was some 90s.
Right.
Crazy.
Right. Isn't that crazy though? It wasn't that. I wouldn't even say the 90s. Like it was like early 2000s when games started really breaking 100 consistently.
Yeah, niggas didn't shoot threes enough to break 100 like that back then. Niggas was shooting bunnies and shit all game.
And now that's all they shooting. Like motherfuckers, teams are living and dying by the three.
And they died.
No big man play.
They
No
died.
big man play whatsoever. Only big man play is rebound cleanup.
They don't got foul. He can go the 3.
Yeah, they holding on to that 9. Um, yeah, who y'all think? Who y'all think in the finals? Based
I
off
got
of what we
Denver,
seen
Boston.
here. You said Denver and Boston?
Yeah.
I have a hard time going against that. That sounds about right. I mean, based on what's happening, if that's what you're saying. Based on what's
Right,
happening,
based on what we've seen thus far, for sure.
my Cinderella would still be like
He might get the Indiana Pacers. Maybe that's the sleeper squad. I like that.
Thunder Pacers would be nice to see. I'll take that.
Nobody wants to see the fucking Pacers. If Reggie Miller ain't out there, who the fuck wants to see the Pacers? But
And
Indiana.
if they
I
bring one
want to
back
see
to
the
the city,
underdog win. I want to see the
they'll
underdog.
never
That's a finals where whoever wins ain't never won before. I'll take that.
facts. That'd be great. Just like the Nuggets won that first run. So the
But
city would go crazy. Caitlin Clark in the city.
Ain't nobody, ain't no fucking Indiana going crazy. They ain't
They
going
doing that.
crazy shit.
the Nuggets and the Celtics sound like the most. That sounds like it's not happening. Just because the Cavaliers don't seem like they're healthy enough to make it all the way
Right,
there.
right. Like it's still a lot of ball left.
Yeah.
Assuming you get out of this round, you still got 14 games, up to 14 games. And if y'all niggas is already sitting out right now, I mean,
All I'll take is a bad dunk from Donovan Mitchell and laying wrong. See
that's what I'm
whatever.
saying. You putting everything on his back right now, and you can't think that you can get it done without him. So right now, if he's fighting alone, how long you think he gonna last?
One, maybe 2 rounds.
A round and a half.
Like boxing, he got 1, 2 rounds. Before his hands start hurting, he'll start doing this, looking at the corner like, hey,
Uh-huh.
my shit gone.
How you know this nigga's big toe ain't hurting? That is a part of the game, my G. That's what postseason is for. You are going to be banged up. Everybody banged up. It's about who won it. And, motherfucker feel like that big toe is worth enough to sit out, then you don't want it.
I mean, I'll give Kobe that. When Kobe tore his Achilles and walked off the court, that wasn't even the playoff game.
But that was a different era of basketball as well.
I know. I get that. But what I'm trying to say is that that's a whole different level of tough.
Right.
For my Achilles, I'd be crying out there. I'd be over there. What's wrong
But I
with
mean,
you?
he wasn't the only one.
He's the most notable one.
Kyrie did that too.
KD, Dame just did it.
Did he?
My boy Drew Smith.
Did they come out there with like a little shot or something? Am I missing something? All right, stay still.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think. Most of the, I would imagine a lot of the game you riding off adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? And once that injury kicks in, adrenaline kicks in as well. You got a little bit of time for that wears off.
I'm a coward, then. I'll be over there crying. What was Aaron Spencer's on the ground?
He on the ground gripping his ankle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need a wheel. I
Just
need
to wrap.
I'm worth $25 million a season.
Yeah, Kobe was different because he came up on the back end of the roughest era of basketball into the front end of the softest era of basketball. So you see something like that and you like, damn, like. But then when you think about it, I don't even think if we could say basketball. Let's take it a step further and say life. When you got niggas like Ronnie Lott talking about, take the finger, I'm going back out there. You think a nigga would do that nowadays? It's not happening.
I think I would take the finger to my Achilles. Nigga, if I can't move my foot.
But they can reattach your Achilles, you feel what I'm saying? You can be back.
I'm not thinking straight at this time, man.
Your finger will never be back on your body if they take that motherfucker. It's gone forever, G.
Most niggas do this. I do this. This is my thing.
Said you get the smaller tooth. That's all I got left. You can't have the bigger tooth.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I was about to say some ignorant shit, and I'm glad I caught myself. You tried to throw me an alley-oop on some ignorant ass shit.
Why would I do that?
I'm glad I let it go. But I don't know. I really don't have much else to say on the basketball. It's probably just me, but I'm wanting it to be over. I want it to be the finals. I want it to be the finals, and I'm sure then I'll have the joy of wanting to watch the games as much over again. And then let's just call it quits.
I feel how you feel about the regular. The regular season can be long, but the playoffs, I enjoy every moment of the playoffs. Playoffs is, what else you playing basketball for?
I don't know. I just guess I'm sick of seeing the same jerseys. I'm sick of, I don't know what it is. I'm uninterested.
Okay.
And I was uninterested in the first round. I was uninterested after the Cavs swept the Heat. I want it to be over. Let's wrap it up.
Well, for y'all, it might be over. Keep asking for it, nigga. You keep asking for it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, I think I'm advocating with the players. Like, do we really need 82 games? I don't think we do. I don't think we need them. Now, of course, these greedy fucking owners, they don't feel that way, but...
For the NBA contracts, they justify 82 games. You got to have the TV deals. You got to have... That's what they're money because they ain't getting the TV deals. You got 32 games.
Right.
A 5-game series playoff to the end. And I think it's a game 7 at the end.
I think you are right.
There's a lot of money out there, though. You talking about niggas on the bench getting 17 million, 20 million.
Right.
You games going.
I mean, yeah, they do.
82. It's been like that forever, so don't change it.
You said what?
It's been like that forever, so don't change it.
No, I agree from that standpoint because it gets hard to, track records and, keep up with all that when you basing it off of different links, but
NFL ain't been doing nothing but add more games. They're gonna be at 20 games by the time we're 50.
right.
Add more in games, so
They're gonna have to have an A team and a B team for long.
Think so?
Hell yeah. Cause half of them now you talk about injuries. You talk about injuries. Motherfuckers is pulling from the practice squad all the time. You gonna need an A team and a B team that you could just send out there, especially with all these games they adding. Motherfuckers get one bye and shit. You giving them one bye 17 games.
2 by 19 games season.
You said 2 by 19 game season?
Yeah, so if it's 17 and it's an 18 game season.
So it'll be 21 weeks.
Yeah, so it'll be 20 games, 18 games, 2 buys.
You lost me.
20 games, 20 game season, 2 buys, 18 games.
Well, if it's a 20 game, it can't be 18. So it would have to be 22 weeks for 20 or 20 for 18.
So
playing 20.
So the teams play 18 games?
The teams right now they play 17 games
With
on an
bye.
18 week season, right?
Yeah.
Make it 20 games and that extra bye. 18 games. You only adding the extra game played, but you're adding 2 weeks of football.
Okay. I'm following now. Mm-hmm. So you want to add a game and then add a week?
I'm saying that's what's probably going to happen.
I'm sure they do it. They do it every 2 years.
They're trying to get a team in London and shit. They're trying to get a team in Mexico and all that type of shit. They're trying to make the game international.
Somebody go 20-0.
And I don't know how that works, right? Because that travel is going to be crazy. Like it's not even going to be fair for the out of country team.
For the playoff is going to be beat.
New England. New England is what the Jets, New England and the Bills. They'll have to give up the Dolphins.
And you played it to January, February, and then you about to play the playoffs.
And then motherfuckers gonna be on a plane for fucking 16 hours and shit, hopping off, having to go to practice.
Equipment over there and shit. They're probably looking. Mexico City is probably gonna be the first one.
Right.
It's just easiest. You basically gonna be like in Arizona. They probably redo the divisions because of that.
But and this is not me trying to like be funny. I would imagine adding the teams to those countries would be to inspire the country to want to
play football.
Right. That's not Mexico.
You're right.
That's not Mexico.
Right. I think they had the same sentiment about baseball in the Dominican Republic. And we saw how that happen.
But I mean, baseball, you can play that in a poor area. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can play football in a poor area.
That turns to rugby.
You can play football faster than you can play baseball in a poor area.
But here's the thing. Baseball, you can have players of all shapes and sizes. You can be fat as shit if you can smack that bitch out of the park. You can be short as fuck if you can make it around those bases and get your steals. But football is a very specific, they looking for specific people. Even the little guys who make it in the league, like the Ashton Genties, 5'9", 215.
I was about to say some fucked up shit.
They're expecting quarterbacks to now be 6'5". You're not gonna get that out of Mexico.
Well, let's say this. There's some tough motherfuckers down there.
Oh, definitely. I just don't think they would give up.
You might not find your linemen down there. You might not find your defensive tackles. But damn it, you might find the most gangster slot receivers you ever seen in your life. Talking about 5'8", come across the middle. He want the action.
But I don't even know if we've seen that before, right? Like
you haven't seen it before. I'm talking about possibilities.
Right. I don't. I mean, it would be nice. It would be nice, you know. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see my Hispanic brothers and sisters, well, my Mexican brothers and sisters in the league or
Who are
interested in football at the very least. But
who are the toughest boxers at a low weight?
Mexicans for sure. But you understand why.
Yeah, because they're small. They're mostly small in stature.
And there's weight classes.
Yeah, there's weight classes.
There's no weight classes in football.
Hey, I'm sitting this 130 pound 5'6".
Yeah, you're not, and the nigga's gonna pick him up and run him into the end zone with the football. Safety. They gonna be like, this nigga fucked the ball. He picked up the whole man and ran him into the end zone.
Get right at water. He's still trying to run.
And I don't think it would be too much better in your Englands. You know what I'm saying?
I think we would get kickers from over there.
Right. Like, and I don't mean it based on size, but I just think culturally, like you have to, like for football, you have to breed that culture. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't just pop up from a year or two of somebody watching and then get interested in. That comes from years and years and years and years. Like it was a point in our country where niggas was looking at you funny if you didn't play football as a child. You never played football?
Yeah.
Like they bred that into our culture. So to look elsewhere to expect to find the same talent, it's not basketball. It's not soccer. It's not baseball. This is football. It's a very specific sport. And a lot of people think we're brutes for playing it.
But with basketball, that was the case at first, right? At first, going to other countries to find basketball players was few and far between. Then they perfected the game. So, there's a stigmatism about that race being shorter.
Right.
No, I mean,
not even. It's not even the height so much as stature in general.
So
I mean, that definitely plays a part.
But what I'm trying to say is, what if? So 5'10", 5'11", stout, Samoan, like how Samoans are. They're not really tall or anything like that, but they're big and wide. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is that like the sport can evolve in the country. It may not be this year, next year, but you may look at 2035, like, damn, these niggas ain't caught up.
I mean, they would have to, it sounds weird, but they would have to specifically be breeding certain individuals for football in order to make that. Because you got to think, even in basketball, how long the air up there been out with Kevin Bacon? You feel me? And then how long did it take for them to get Africans to, buy in to basketball?
They had Manute Bol when that movie came out. That's kind of why that movie came out. But yeah, I get what you're trying to say. Like, before they start getting more.
Even in Euroball, even in like basketball, it's non-compete. They can't compete. Who's competing? Now, if you think that there's a major discrepancy between the United States team and any other country in basketball, widen that 100 times when we're talking about American football.
And that's the way it was when the first Dream Team came out. Niggas was whitewashing niggas. You know what I'm trying to say? Like back then, it wasn't even competition. They didn't know. So y'all play basketball like this. So what I'm trying to say?
Are they doing something for USA for football?
I mean, it wouldn't make sense to. Who's going to compete with them?
They're not going to. Not right now. They don't have anything. Soccer, yes. Soccer is a problem. But what I'm trying to say is, like, if you put a team there, you make an opportunity, right? There's an opportunity in the city now. If you're the big guy in the block, if you're the unaverage person, you're 6'1", you're wide, you can move people around, you get a chance on the team. You've then shown a path. And through that path, who knows what could happen. Now you're right. I'm not a geneticist. What the fuck? Is that a word? I'm not somebody that knows what could happen. But I do know if you put an opportunity somewhere and they start recognizing I can be 6 foot and do this, you can't teach height, but if you just so happen to be that height, you can move niggas around.
Right, but then it's going to be a wake up call when you get to the place where they have been breeding their people. That do you know that
Right.
we just talked about the nigga from Florida, or is it Florida State, the 400-pounder?
Oh, you talking about the defensive tackle?
Yeah, that. Do you understand what people are doing? They're making people to play football. Even the pro, you got to think. Even what you say, CT.
I don't know if he made him to play football.
No, I'm not saying him specifically. I'm just saying that these pro athletes that retire will pick a woman in stature so they know my child's going to be 6'7".
Yeah.
The height of quarterbacks are going up every year. And that's your quarterback. That's not your receivers, your running backs, your tight ends. We have quarterbacks that are, in some teams, the biggest player on the field.
But you also have teams where that person is like 5'8", like a Kyle Murray or some shit.
Right? I mean, you're going to have your outliers. But you know what makes the difference?
And shit and all that type of shit.
You know what makes the difference?
What is that?
Kyler Murray is fast as shit.
What's fast as a motherfucker?
How many?
You know what Kyle Murray is also though?
What?
Fragile.
But if you can't catch him, you can't touch him.
I'm
just saying. Okay, so let's look at it from this. Let's look at it from this perspective, a track and field standpoint. Who competes with America on a, every 4-year basis?
The Caribbean.
Right. And even them aren't the stature that you would just be like, yeah, you may get a few receivers out of there, a few punt returners, a kick returners, but you're not going to get football players.
The opposite of that is let's put a football team down there and see what happens. Fastest team in the league.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You hear what I'm saying? Another thing that people don't want to put into account is that football was designed to be simulated war. That was the design of it. When they came out with it, they were simulating war. Two sides of war. What other country is that devout to war than the United States of America?
You're right on that, but rugby will be also akin to war, and Australians probably do that the best.
But the difference, and it's funny that you said that because I was just watching I don't know if it was an Instagram clip or something, and this English dude or British dude was like, yeah, I played both. I played football coming up, and then I played rugby. He said, there's a reason why I stopped playing football. He said, yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I think that you can there's players with CTE in rugby, but there's a purpose to the game other than just hitting. When you have specific positions that are designed to hurt, that's not in rugby, A good hit is a good hit, but you don't have positions to take a motherfucker out. You don't have edge rushers, outside linebackers, people that are just designed to hit you as hard as they possibly can.
Yeah, the game isn't designed like that. I mean, I'm not a rugby expert because I still don't understand what the rules. I'll be watching rugby.
Right, they be all.
Let's hug each other real quick.
right. Motherfuckers about to start swag surfing and shit, and a ball pops out of the. I don't know. But you would have an easier time trying to assimilate countries to play that as opposed to football. Because let's be real, a lot of places, they're not affording to be able to hand out shoulder pads and helmets. So if you develop your style from tackling without them, when you get into the league where people are using them, you're going to be pretty surprised at how different it is.
Yeah, you're right about the equipment factor is definitely going to be something, because if you got to give 12 kids a full set of pads and helmets and jerseys, you might be talking thousands of dollars.
Right. And 12 is what a whole offense or defense with one extra, so what they gonna have to switch.
Yeah.
And I've been there before. I played on teams where I need that helmet real quick.
There's a number 12 on defense and there's number 12 on offense. He just interchangeable. Who's number 12 this time? It's this nigga.
I mean, for all that, you don't even need numbers. I guess you would still have to have some sort of way of identifying who.
I think the game. I think when they call fouls or call penalties, it's on the number.
Right. And beyond the penalty, how do I know who the best, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's the guy that I might offer a spot to on an American football team if I can't identify which one of y'all did that last play?
Y'all got the same mom and shit. Y'all 1 year apart. You trying to figure out?
You know what I'm saying? We got teams with individual numbers now, and the commentators still be getting it wrong. Like, that wasn't who that was. You ain't see that? That wasn't 23. That was 22.
That wasn't Jaleel Carter. That was Jabril Carter. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just don't think that would ever be something that you'll ever get another team. Hockey's similar. You know, they tried to do that with hockey too. And who was it? It was always United States, Canada, and Russia. That's it.
Kind of still is that. You're
right.
That.
It's not going to change.
It may, but right now, no. Even females, Canada, Russia, and Canada.
And they said hockey was created by black folks. You don't see too many of them in there. They can't afford that. Yeah, they can't afford that equipment. And even if they could afford the equipment, where are they gonna practice?
Yeah, there's no
ice rink there.
Right. Where are they gonna go to get better at their craft?
I used to work with a guy who played hockey like on a semi-pro team for like a men's league basically, and he was like, we all play at the same spot. This is in Atlanta. And we all play at the same spot. Every game is at the same spot because there's no other place to play.
Right. So it goes from 9 to 9.
You sit there with your gear on for 2 hours.
Right.
Ice rink full of people.
You dedicated to the sport, man. You dedicated. I'd have been like, if I can't run one real quick off to the side, I gotta wait till this next game is over.
Right, can't warm up, can't do nothing. Just tell me when to show up, coach. We playing at 9 a.m. or we playing at 9 p.m. this week?
I'd be in the like Mighty Ducks too. I'm doing knuckle pucks and shit.
Yeah, you have to be like definitely on your roller. You have to be on your rollerblade with the little orange ball type shit, exactly. And hope that it translates to the ice. And I ain't never seen a nigga stop on rollerblades with his feet to the side.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that.
Right.
Probably could, but you're gonna wipe out.
Right. So it's either way. Canada, Russia, and the United States of America.
And the northern part, like the Great Lakes, like Michigan, Wisconsin. Right.
If it ain't them, now let me find the SEC team. You know, you get some SEC NHL teams.
They exist, but they're not good. It's the same thing. It's the same thing within the sport. Like, so if you play hockey and you play for Florida, it means you wasn't that good at hockey. Mm-hmm. That's what that means. You were college good, but you weren't good enough to play in the cold air. You're not playing for like a Boston College or no shit like that. You're playing. Where are you playing at the University of Houston?
That is crazy. That's crazy. And they got to do the same thing your boy had to do in Atlanta. The whole squad waiting on the other teams to finish their practice so they can walk on and take the only ice in a 35-mile radius.
Can I put the ice on the basketball court real quick? Let me know when y'all done.
Right. That shit. Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't care if it's our kids watching. I don't see them ever integrating football to different places. Because if you're going to put a team in Mexico and you're going to put a team in England and Australia and all those spots, you're going to have to ship American players to those places.
Yeah, that's going to be half the team. Yeah, you're right about that.
More than half.
Probably.
And no American player is going to be like, listen, now, I was upset when you moved me from LA to fucking Chicago. Now you want me to go to fucking Australia?
Anybody that's going, I don't, and I say this with the most nicest tone I could possibly find. But anybody that can go from NFL playing in LA to go play for the Birmingham Stallions. Hey,
Go play for who?
the Birmingham Stallions.
All right.
Hey, you just try to play football. I can dig that. And look, if you get to play in Australia and get paid millions, a good contract.
No, there's some people that would be willing to do it, but I guarantee you those people that would be willing to do it are not the top tier players. So then you're gonna have the teams in Mexico, England, and Australia be those shit teams that get the first round draft picks every year. And if you got your Elways, Peyton, Mannings, and Sanders saying I won't let my child play for certain teams in the States, they're definitely not going for sending them out.
Remember that sounds stupid, but you remember that movie The Replacements?
Mm-hmm. With Keanu.
Every year.
That's what it exactly. That's what it would be.
Bringing over here Baker Mayfield, bunch of niggas that went to jail.
Right. Right.
Over here, you can all type of shit.
That's your only option. Anything else, you gotta it's like you gotta think any other sport is regulated, like to the point that there's weight classes and this is the size margin for what you're gonna be competing in. Football is not that, G. It's not that.
Let's say baseball is definitely not that. But because baseball you could be 300 pounds. Like you said,
right.
Ball is good.
And the only impact that you're ever gonna take is running home if the catcher's, smothering the plate.
That's when you got the helmet coming off.
Yeah, that's the only impact you have to worry about. So they don't care what the size is. I mean, football is a pretty dangerous sport. I gotta be 100. We just don't look at it like that because we came up playing it.
Football is dangerous, and soccer is dangerous too.
You think?
Soccer is dangerous because of heart attacks. Like niggas have heart attacks.
Uh-oh.
So it's dangerous in that. But football is dangerous in the fact that you can be perfectly fine.
Right.
Basketball,
Hamlin took one to the chest. Almost ended his life.
Exactly.
One of the best safeties who was playing what? Like he was playing linebacker at that time, wasn't he?
Who now?
Uh-huh.
Hamlin?
Yeah, he was playing. He was playing safety when he got hit in the chest.
He was secondary somewhere in there. But even then, he caught a cold one to the chest piece. Next thing you know, the game postponed an hour and a half.
Right. And that's the 1%. That's a 1% human being. So when you adding in teams from overseas and shit, that's where shit gets ugly. But I tell you what, y'all tell me what y'all think about this Pickens to Dallas trade, and I'm gonna be right back.
How we gonna tell you? You about to be right back?
Well, tell them shit.
Hey, tell me what's going on, bro. I'll be right back. It's good for Dak though, man. He got some other help on the other side finally.
I don't think it makes a difference.
It won't.
CT
forgot we got two of the top young corners in the league, bro. They finna get locked up regardless, bro. It ain't gonna matter, G. We got safeties. We got some of the best secondary in the league, bro. He got CS twice a year, bro. I feel bad for dude, for real.
I think it's like, what did George Pickens do last year?
He ain't do shit. Nah, shit.
It's solid. He's not a playoff team. Sorry, like getting George Pickens doesn't mean like, oh, we finna go to the Super Bowl.
But I just thought him and DK was gonna kill together, but it's kind of crazy that they traded him.
The Steelers is making questionable moves because you out here talking about you want to get Rodgers and shit, and then you trade a wide receiver. What are they getting in return?
You don't know. I don't even know if they got no draft. I don't even know if they got any draft. They probably got some draft picks. Then this is last year of his contract.
Not going to be a Steeler because you finna.
This is last year of his deal. Would you say Aaron Rodgers?
I'm saying if you got rid of George Pickens, right, one of your top three receivers, I would say, and now you're going to say we trying to get Aaron Rodgers. but you got draft picks in return. Why would I even try to get Aaron Rodgers? You gonna take up so much cap space getting that nigga? He want 30 million, 40 million.
I don't know if he's worth 30 now.
That's what you gonna ask for. You're gonna ask for at least 20 plus.
He's not gonna get it.
Yeah,
20, yeah.
you got rid of George Pickens, and now how do you justify your wide receiver room now? Now you have DK Metcalf, and I don't know who else is in the wide receiver core. But you
Nobody.
you got probably your second third best option.
Yeah, what you was about to say? Fryer move?
No, I'm talking about George Pickens.
Yeah.
I was on CT.
Oh, what I'm trying to say is you're telling me you're trying to get Aaron Rodgers, a quarterback. You've given up a lot. You could have got X, Y, and Z. You want Aaron Rodgers, but you get rid of probably somebody he needs on that team to even be successful.
But he's like a diva, though. I don't think they wanted to pay him. He's on his last year of his deal, so.
What's the move now?
They traded him for nothing, though.
That's what I'm trying to say.
A third and a fifth?
Who is your quarterback now? Like your quarterback is now in house. Your quarterback is now in house.
Might get what's the name back? Go ahead, grab what was what's the name of the girl?
You talking about?
Oh, he already got signed, so we're getting.
You talking about a quarterback or a receiver?
A receiver there. For the Steelers.
Deontay Johnson?
Yeah, who did he sign with? I think he went to the Browns.
He definitely went somewhere else. I know that.
I'm about to say trying to get him back on the team, but
the Steelers got somebody.
The Browns.
Or they not trying to get Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he on Deontay Johnson on the Browns. That just let me know that you don't got no faith in Will Howard.
They already got him.
You have no faith in Will Howard.
Probably shouldn't if you draft him that late.
I mean, I wouldn't. Will Howard I would say that would be a developmental project. I'm not saying he can't be good, but he's definitely not ready right now. Definitely not ready right now. He have half of his touchdowns to be interceptions.
So who
they gotta throw 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
Who are the Steelers
on a good season? Who are the Steelers? What?
Who are the Steelers starting at quarterback?
Right now, they have no choice but to get a Rodgers, unless it's gonna be Will.
Okay.
Will or what's the name? Mason Rudolph.
These niggas gave up on the season. Unless I don't know football, which is possible than a motherfucker. What I'm trying to say is that if you trade away your second best or third wide receiver option for nothing for future picks, you currently don't have wide receivers.
No, nah, just DK.
So
they still got Tyron Williams.
Always
your running back core is average at best. What do you plan on doing this year? Even if you get Aaron Rodgers, he's gonna hand the ball off.
Hand the ball off, or
yeah, they don't got
DK. They don't got DK double. They're gonna double DK. We don't need it. We don't need
it. And I don't even. That's what I was about to say. I don't even think that DK has warranted needing to be doubled in the past couple years.
In this case, he will be because there's nobody else to guard.
They gonna have to. Freiermuth gonna have a Brock Bowers season.
No running back.
The running back. I don't know who the running back is. I just remember he wasn't that great. He was okay.
Warren.
Oh, it was Warren. I said, who did I say? It was Warren.
Somebody I don't know.
Let me see. Let's see who they. Yeah, Jalen Warren, Caleb Johnson, Kenneth Gainwell.
Average.
That's iffy.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna
Why get
go.
Aaron Rodgers? Why get a high performance engine or something that you think is that?
Cause you gonna get him for the cheap.
And do what with him?
That's the question. What do you plan on doing with him? Cause yeah, right now they got the way it stands. They got Mason Rudolph as the starter, Will Howard at the 2, and Skylar Thompson at the 3.
And you in the
Mhm.
division with Lamar Jackson, the Bengals who could or could not be good. And then you have the Browns who now have some star-studded additions.
Right.
You, you must be planning on
Yeah,
taking. You want the Peyton Manning boy, where the fuck that shit is.
Arch.
Archie Manning. You want one of them niggas or something because if I was a Steelers fan, I'd be upset right now. What are we doing? We're just blowing it all away. You blew the draft. Now you have the offseason.
traded Russ,
You gave away.
traded Harris.
I don't know what you could do. There's possibilities. The season hasn't started yet, so you could possibly do something. But what?
Bills
And
went
they
to the
got
Jets.
at
Like they, but
DK Metcalf, Robert Woods, and Calvin Austin.
I don't know who the two other
what's
niggas.
the name didn't come back either. What's the name didn't even come back to the team? Williams. He was a receiver.
You're a
What
Steelers
was the
fan.
receiver name?
I feel for you because you're about to have a tough season. Either way you look at it. And the decisions they
That's what
made,
the defense is.
the decisions. I'm not like I said. I don't. I know some football, but not enough. I know enough to be like the Steelers just blew the season, nigga. What are
Yeah,
we
no,
doing?
it's gonna be tough for what's the name? What the fuck?
Mike Tom.
Mike Tomlin to keep his 500 record.
If he
This
does it with
year,
this
yeah.
team, he's a
But they
magician.
always do.
He's
He
jacked.
Yeah.
does. He finds a way to do it. If he does it this year, I know
He
it.
knows signals and shit. He been signal stealing and shit. This nigga been cheating the whole time.
Even I don't know how you still do it.
I
I
don't know
mean,
either.
but he makes sure his defense is something.
Oh me,
He
he
definitely
still got
always
six
makes
on
sure his defense is something.
the
He was better off with Justin.
camera still.
He was better off with Justin Fields.
I mean, I really don't think. I know this is gonna sound crazy as hell, but I don't think that the Rodgers would be necessary. Like, I think that you could do the equivalent of what Rodgers is giving you now. Just let Mason play the whole season.
And then you don't want all the headlines that come with it and BS like you
Right.
gonna
Just
get
let
told
Mason
something.
Rudolph play the whole season.
Yeah.
He's not the best
Honestly,
quarterback by no means, but I wouldn't call him flat out awful.
And once Aaron's tapped out, he is not trying to play. So yeah, that would be one head on.
My nigga's gonna be tapped out as soon as he gets there. I promise you that.
he'll get sacked twice. Helmet gonna be off to the
That
side.
fan base is gonna be hard though to do that. That fan base is gonna be hard to just play bad though. They're gonna boo him. It's not how you trying to go out
Mm-hmm.
last year.
You might as well just hang it up. Hang it up, rock to the
That's
woods,
a
and do your
strong
ayahuasca
fan
like you
base right
like.
there.
Nah, Rodgers gonna come to the Raiders when they need
They
him.
gonna show
Rodgers ain't coming to no goddamn
what?
Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't coming to.
I can see him be a backup for
All
y'all.
y'all got is Geno.
Gino might be the better option. At
Nah,
least
we got Aiden too.
he gonna show
You
up.
gonna start Aiden over Rodgers?
Yeah,
No, you wouldn't.
yeah,
No, you wouldn't.
yeah. Especially with the offensive line we got right now. Yeah.
No.
What is Rodgers gonna do for us? What is
More
Rodgers
than
gonna
Aiden
do for us?
O'Connell would.
What is Rodgers gonna do for us other than fuck up our locker room?
Yeah.
What is he gonna
Help
do
y'all
for
see the
us?
light.
Nah, he ain't gonna do
Have
nothing but
people look. That is not the Aaron we knew.
mix up the locker room, and you know Brady ain't going for that. He like a Rod. Why would we want Rodgers?
I swear.
Why would we want my rival that's just as old as I am? I'll come back and do it before we get him.
You think Aaron Rodgers is Tom Brady rival?
Yeah, closest to.
No, they wouldn't even.
I wouldn't call
Closest
it.
to.
I would say
Not in the same bowl.
Who else was closest to him?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton.
What
Yep. See, we both said
of
at the same
recent
time.
years? Of recent years, I would say that.
Huh?
You pick and choose, I guess, at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
I would
not
say that
choosing
he's
no Aaron Rodgers ever
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't either. This ain't 2010.
over Brady. Compared to Brady, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Never was a rival. Never. So
I don't know though, because Rodgers ain't never had what
never.
Brady had.
Even Brady went to that. He was like, "Let me go to the NFC and give me one."
Rodgers ain't never
He
had what
used to
Brady
suck.
had though. I will give him that. He ain't never had what
Crazy.
Brady.
Talk that shit, CT. He went where?
He ain't never had what Brady had.
He went to the
You
Bucks.
crazy as fuck.
He ain't.
He's had Clay Matthews, Julius Peppers, and all them. You crazy. He's had dogs.
You
Greg
talking about
Jennings,
niggas he can't use. You talking about a
Greg
defense.
Jennings,
Greg
Donald
Jennings.
Driver. What are you talking about?
Nah, he ain't. Nah, stop it.
Donald Driver.
He ain't had nothing. He ain't had what Brady. Listen, just the
Jimmy
Belichick assistance alone.
Devontae
Adams.
Just the Belichick assistance alone. Just knowing that you got that defensive mind running your team by itself.
It's still hard to execute six of them things.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
It's still hard.
7
players every time. Different players.
Six with Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
So many players. So many like different losses.
That you got to remember. That's why Devontae left. That's why Devontae left Green Bay. He was saying for 3 years, we need somebody else. Them niggas tried to fill it in the draft every year and it didn't work.
So you're saying
dudes play with
Tom Brady's a better quarterback?
Woodson. Dudes play with fucking greats.
But again, those are players he can't use. That's out of his hands.
What?
He can't do nothing with He can't do nothing
Aaron
with the defense.
Jones, he's had good ass players.
No, I'm not arguing that he's better by no
Eddie
means.
Lacy.
I'm just saying
Eddie
what we
Lacy
have to
was good as
do.
fuck there.
What we have to do is acknowledge the difference in who had what.
Great ass lines. Like he had all pro linemen and shit. Like,
The Pats didn't. Green Bay.
He
but
did.
you see, we
Green
won
Bay's
with
had
ours.
good linemen for a while, actually, for a long
Right.
time.
The Pats
Green Bay,
didn't.
exactly, Malcolm. He tried to say he didn't have no teams.
You said you're talking about an offensive line, CT.
I'm talking about a whole team. I'm naming different positions. Eddie Lacy, he had guys. Like, what are you talking about?
Man.
Yeah, Rodgers had Ahman Green for a little bit. He had what's his name that came from the Raiders? Josh Jacobs. Oh, he's still there, ain't he?
Right. He just got him last year.
He just got there.
Or 2 years ago. Yeah.
But he had Aaron Jones.
But how many can you name on the Pats?
Tom did lose to Randy Moss. That was an unfortunate
How
loss.
many can you name
I can
on
name
the
the
Pats?
Chris Hogan, the fucking Denny Amendolas, the Judy Edelman,
Julian Edelman, Wes Welkers.
Guys that we made. Nothing compared to what these teams had.
Right. But think about what you said. You made them. You made them. You made those players. What I just said was you had your Devontae Adams and you tried to fill those spots in the draft. That didn't work. That means you didn't have nobody to develop nothing.
Man,
Rodgers is telling you what he needs.
Jordan Nelson.
And when you look at stats, it was a lot of seasons. Rodgers threw less interceptions and just as many touchdowns.
And then we're losing the first round.
Yeah, I gotta bounce. I gotta go do something.
Yep, who hitting them?
Bet.
The Cavs.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
With all due respect.
No, I'll take that. I'll take it with disrespect.
Oh, well, all due respect. Tighten up. Come to play.
I agree 1,000%.
I'm hollering.
Yep.
All right.
Stay up. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that he's better by no means, but I'm saying that when when we're talking about tipping the scale, it's lopsided. It's lopsided either way you look at it. You can be a fan, but it's lopsided.
We've had good coaches over there.
Nothing like a Belichick. Nothing close to it.
We lose a lot of coaches and still win.
In the past year, in recent history? In recent history.
5 years ago, we won our last one. So we still won in 2000. We still got a chance to
don't get me wrong. And for anybody that just tuned in or hopped in, I'm not saying Rodgers is better. I'm just saying let's acknowledge the differences.
There was no rival. The stats, maybe he's good with stats, but rival-wise, every time he matched up against Brady, he was losing.
No, I mean I would definitely say that. I'm just saying when you think about the top two quarterbacks of most recent era, from percentages, from stats alone, it was Rodgers and Brady. And then recently you had your Burrows and your Mahomes and all them creep up in there. But that's of this generation of football. Rodgers falls into that last generation.
Fucking Drew Brees over fucking.
But Drew Brees is also another one who had a lot. You had Sean Payton as a coach, who is a great fucking coach. You had your Bushes, your Horns, the list goes on. A lot of the players that do succeed with a lot of the teams, you could say, would they do that here? Would Mahomes be Mahomes in Indy?
For sure.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. For a while, he threw more interceptions than any other quarterback in the league. There was a point in time, 2 years ago, where he was averaging an interception within every 3 quarters. Every 3 quarters, but you can afford to do that when you're on a squad like Kansas City. That's what I'm saying. You can afford.
Coach probably would be better. Their defense is always good and stuff. So
a lot of it comes down to circumstance. That's why the worst team. That's why the worst team is the number one pick.
Like Jonathan Taylor. Like Jonathan Taylor with him, and bro, he'd have been coach with him. Yeah, nice.
Throwing to who?
Throwing to Pittman? Who they had. Downs, Pittman.
Josh Downs ain't showed up yet. We still waiting on him to.
He was young.
To be right, we still waiting on him to be what we thought he was going to be.
But with a patty here,
I'm just saying that a lot of it comes down to circumstances. Certain people come into better circumstances than other people do.
For sure.
That's what makes it hard to try to judge based on, stats and stats alone. But if you looking at stats, I would say based off of recent years, it would be Roger and Brady of that era. But I do agree, Peyton ultimately, it would be Peyton and Brady. But we know we ain't seen Peyton since Denver.
Eli never did more rings than fucking Aaron Rodgers. He was knocking him off too.
But listen, Eli had weapons. Odell Beckham, Victor Cruz. It was a whole lot of people. It was a whole lot of people Eli had the opportunity to throw to. Jeremy Shockey's and shit.
Those teams he was getting in with, though, they were damn near wild card teams. They were a wild card.
He was making it happen out of nothing. I will give him that.
Super Bowl was not that good of a team until the playoffs were.
Right.
He was getting sacked and shit a lot.
Listen, that's
he would throw hell in shit. You talk about a guy throw pigs.
That's playoff E right there. You are right. That is playoff E. That was a completely different motherfucker in the postseason than he was in the regular season.
Bro, what the fuck? We can't beat the dude in the Super Bowl.
I'll give you that. That one I will give you. That nigga changed. That nigga transformed in the postseason.
And crazy weather and everything. Like, he be in Green Bay beating them in the cold -4. Like, he
Yeah, that's
got fucking
playoff E.
Brandon Jacobs. He got Brandon Jacobs in the backfield.
That is definitely playoff E. I mean, I don't really got much else. I will say that this past weekend is probably the best scheduled
Knicks went
weekend.
down.
They down what?
2. Oh my God, no way.
See, motherfuckers talking about Boston. They got to get past New York. 86-84, 2 minutes in the fourth. Finna be down 1.
Way.
But yeah, I will say this past weekend was the best scheduled weekend of boxing that we've had. I mean, I kind of want to jump out the window and say ever, really, because you had 3 different cards on 3 different days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The fights weren't all the best, but
yeah, but just to have that,
you don't see that happening. That doesn't happen like that. Without a Jake Paul or a Floyd Mayweather fucking, what do you call it, exhibition fight, you don't have that. So, I mean, I give my opposite of hit the showers to your guy Turkey Al-Sheikh. That guy, listen, he's putting on fights. He's getting us what we want. Already talking about he wants Teofimo Lopez versus Jaron Ennis next. That's going to be a great fight. I don't know that I don't think T.O.'s ready. I don't think T.O.'s ready for something like that, but I won't say ready. Ready's a poor choice of words.
Yeah.
Because he's ready. I would say T.O.'s ready for it all, but he's too inconsistent to me. Again, we don't know which T.O.'s going to show up on any given night. And if you're fighting a guy like Jaron Ennis, you can only afford to be the best on that night that you step into that ring.
Terrence Crawford said he's fighting.
Yeah, that's supposed to be September 12th.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Terrence and Canelo. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. After I watched that William Skull fight, I think I switched. I'm reversing my decision. I think Terrence beats Canelo.
Oh yeah.
I think Terrence beats Canelo. Before I said I didn't think he was big enough. I don't know. He's already been rocked by Postal and Gamboa and them. But looking at Canelo against Skull, that Skull fight, like, I know Terrence doesn't dance like Skull does, but he's way more intelligent. Like, ring IQ is way higher, and he has power in his hands. Like, Terrence Crawford is innovative in that ring. Watching Canelo try to chase down William Skull that whole fight was like, oh, shit.
Well, he's seen that too.
It was a different... It was a different side of Canelo I saw. Everybody else was like, why is... You said what?
Crawford seen his front row seat. Y'all need that.
Everybody else was like, why is he running? I'm like, why can't he catch him? Why ain't he using ankles? Why is he not stalking him the right way? Like, you literally just trying to...
watching him.
And then granted, you had the most power shots, of course, but you only outlanded him by 1 punch. That's not a Canelo performance. Like, I get it. It was a bad style, but you can't go in there and be like, that's why I don't like fighting guys like that, because they... Nigga.
He was on a light night, but he's probably ready for the next. He'll be ready for the next one.
He better be. It's against Bud. You better be ready for your next one. You don't have a choice. Yeah, I just don't.
Light fight. I'm going.
I didn't really respect that. And hit the showers early to Sergio Mora and whoever the other dude was that was commentating the fight.
Yeah.
Like, nobody talks about when Devin Haney does it.
Feeling the whole weekend.
That's what pissed me off, like the double standards. Like, when Devin Haney runs the entire fucking fight to get a win, you cool with that. But when somebody does it to your precious Canelo, you like, just stand still and let him hit you. Like, what? What? What are we doing here? That shit was just weird to me. The whole shit was weird. But I gotta reverse my decision. I think Bud takes that now based off of that performance. I'm not saying that I don't think Canelo still doesn't have it in him, and I'm also not saying that Bud's.
Where is it gonna go?
You said what?
Where is it gonna go?
Oh, I don't think nobody gets knocked out. If anybody gets knocked out, I would say no knockouts. Yeah, no, Canelo ain't knocked nobody out in I don't know how long. I can't remember Canelo's last knockout. Since before Triple G and them. You didn't get Caleb Plant out of there. You haven't gotten anybody out of there. So I don't think, unless he catches Crawford, like clips him with one he doesn't see coming, Crawford's not going nowhere. It's going to be a decision. And if it's going to be a decision, I got to go with Crawford over Canelo. Yeah, that switched up. That Teofimo Arnold Barbosa fight, that was, I think, the best performance that we've seen out of T.O. Runner-up being against Josh Taylor. But I think that fight, that Barbosa fight, T.O. was looking very sharp. I got to give him that. Still don't think you ready for Jaron Ennis.
Was that last week's Garcia's fight?
Yeah, that was on that undercard. T.O. fought first. Well, not first, but out of like the major names, T.O. Barbosa fought first. Then it was Haney and Zepeda, which was a fucking snooze fest.
Yo.
There he go. There Macho go. What you had to say? What you got to say about it?
What's going on? What we talking about?
Just jumped into the boxing.
Oh, just something, man.
Talking about last weekend.
I have a lot to say, bro. That Rolly, man, hold on. First, man, Devin Haney was crazy, bro. He fought scary as hell.
Scary than a bitch. His back. I was surprised he didn't have a rope burn on his back from sliding across them ropes the whole time.
Listen, I'm like, yo, he's traumatized. I ain't gonna see it. He gonna be scared as fucking.
Right. But what we just did talk about is I don't like the hypocrisy when it comes to Canelo, the skull fight. Like, you want the nigga to stand in front of you and get hit. You can't be upset he's moving.
Yeah, you can't stand in front of Canelo, bro. It's impossible.
And you mad because he's fighting the fight he planned on fighting? Like, he gonna go up after the end of the post-fight interview talking about, this is why I don't like fighting fighters like that. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You fight all fighters. You don't pick all and choose what fighter you want to fight because the nigga's gonna stand right in front of you. You the great Canelo Alvarez.
Full of fights like that.
That shit weird to me. But meanwhile, everybody praising Devin Haney for getting the win over Zepeda when you didn't step in the middle of the ring one time other than to talk to the referee at the beginning of the fight.
That's it. And he was chasing him down. He was hawking him down.
Didn't nobody give Zepeda the same love that they trying to give the great Canelo Alvarez? Wasn't nobody like, hey, just stand there and fight, Devin? So why you expect this nigga to?
It's different when you're the champion. Sí, es mantecado. No sé. Así como se sale.
Oh, shit, this nigga.
Listen, my Mike over here trying to get me to talk Spanish to us, bro. This nigga, Mike, he tripping, bro. He tripping. Hey, listen, bro. He tripping, bro. He tripping. Listen. But so look, I don't know, man. Me personally, man, I think it's the level of boxing.
Right.
That just tells you they're always finding something for Canelo. Like, there's always something.
I just don't like that. I mean, I get that. Like, he's the face. I get it. I'll give him that. He's definitely the face, and he's honestly one of my favorite fighters to watch. But when you're that good, we can't be expecting niggas to fight to your strengths. They know that you're good like that, so they're gonna be on their bike the whole time.
That's why he got to be even better. That's what separates the great from the legends, and that's what really separates it for real.
And we in the fight with 111 punches landed on both sides. Canelo with 56, Skull with 55, and then you want to complain? No, do better. Just do better.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, I said the same thing. I'm like, it looks more bad on Canelo because you're not taking them out. Like, you could say all you want, they're running, they're doing this. Man, cut the ring off more. He
Right.
showed him like, yeah, the pound for pound. Great.
Use your ankles. I didn't see none of that. All I seen
None
is
of
him
that.
shuffling, trying to stay in front the whole time. But you wasn't
Yeah.
using angles, cutting him off.
Nah.
So with that being said, I gotta give it to Crawford in this September fight because Canelo ain't putting nobody out in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
So if
And
it
I
goes
don't
to
think
decision,
and I don't think he's putting and hey, me personally, I don't think he's putting Crawford out at all.
he got a shot to. Because if
Oh.
listen, if Gamboa can put him down,
Knicks won again, bro. Hold on, I had to show my that. It's 2-0 New York.
Celtic
2-0 New
Nuggets,
York,
No,
bro.
they could have.
Celtic Nuggets.
No, the Boston Law.
I know. That's what I'm
18.
saying. Celtic Nuggets. That's who y'all think on.
Nah, Knicks up 2-0,
Knicks
bro.
is up 2-0,
Knicks is up
and the
2-0.
Pacers. The Cavs and Celtics going outside. Y'all supposed to be the top two teams. Y'all
Listen,
niggas cheat,
the
Cliff.
Celtics got their squad. We missing ours.
KP is out.
Celtics got
What
their
the
squad. K, ain't
I still
nobody
think the
pressing
Cavs gonna win.
KP.
I still think the Cavs
Yeah.
gonna win.
I think if we
Yeah,
get
they
back to
lost
full
that
strength,
team.
ain't
You said
nobody
what?
pressing KP. If we get back to full strength, I think we win for sure. Even if it's 3-0, if we get all of our players back healthy, I think we can go 4-0 to move on.
I think so too. I ain't gonna lie. I think so too. I think the Pacers are gonna be sleeping on y'all.
But if we don't got full strength, we out of there. But what was you about to say? You said about that Rolly Ryan fight.
Okay, so that Rolly Ryan fight, man. Bro, it's like as soon as Ryan got hit, he never recovered from that left hook. He was waiting for that joint the whole fight. He had his bro. I'm just sitting there like, wasn't throwing his right hand. He was scared to let that joint fly, bro.
Right. Rolly's
Bro,
hands.
listen,
He's scared of Rolly's hands.
he's scared of Rolly. He felt that power, bro. He's like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause Rolly hit like a truck, bro. He's hitting like tanking them, bro. Rolly could punch.
And you see them punches he was throwing, like he didn't look. He looked nervous, like
Yeah. He wasn't man. Listen.
his punches was very amateurish. Like he was like punching down, like with his wrist curled and shit. Like that, it just did not look right. It didn't look like Ryan to me. And I know he was worried because they was fighting outside. But chill out, my nigga. It wasn't like it was fucking 85 degrees out.
Man, nah, bro. You in the middle of New York City, bro. You alright, bro.
Come on, like I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, man. I think me personally, man, I don't know, man. I think he does good against people like a Devin Haney who got no power. But he
But
could go in there and land his shot that he need to land.
the only reason why I feel like he looked good against Devin is because they fought 6 times prior to them going pro. He knew him. When you know somebody that close, of course you feel comfortable. I felt his power. You know what I'm saying? I know how he moves. Rolly, the only...
Darius Garland's just one man, Cliff. Y'all ain't them. Y'all are
It ain't
going
just
home like the
Darius.
Lakers.
It's a defensive player of the year. Evan Mobley.
Defensive player of the year, too. Yeah.
DeAndre Hunter. Yeah, we're
and
not...
DeAndre Hunter and the 6 man, bro.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Man. But look, me personally, I think Ryan Garcia's, I don't know, man. I think he's good. I just don't think he's great. I don't think he's great. Me personally.
He's what you call it? He's what's the word, man? Why is the words escaping me? He's he only has one thing. He only has that check left hook. That's it. That's
He's
all
scared
he
to
got.
throw his bro. He barely throw his right hand. He has his opportunity to use that bitch so many times.
I don't care how fast you are if you can't use it. You didn't jab. You wasn't jabbing at all the whole fight. He not him.
Not him.
Lastly, what you think about that Inoue fight?
Oh, you called it, Cliff. You called it, bro. I gotta give you your props, bro.
Listen.
Give you your props, bro. I got to.
It was a point in that fight where I was like, if he don't gas out, he might take Inoue out.
Man, he got out. Inoue got him.
There's no way, and I understand that, you know, all the casual fans talking about Tank Inoue. That's not, Inoue goes out And when I say goes out early, he goes out in like the third, fourth round if they ever end up meeting each other. That fucking right uppercut was open the entire fight.
Even that overhand, he hit him with a clean ass overhand, bro.
That uppercut was there the entire fight, and I'm thinking that's Tank's favorite punch, and he ain't even guarding it. If I don't understand why his corner didn't say, look for the uppercut. Like you're getting low, and he's matching you, putting his chin out there. Look for the uppercut. He ain't throw it one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, he get a little too reckless. I know he likes to brawl and all that, but you're a little too reckless out there. Great fighter, love him, but if he wanted to be technical, like you said, I think he'd probably wipe damn near everybody in the division, a couple divisions up, but I don't think his style is going to, as long as he stays away from the hitters. Actually, I think a guy like Lamont Roach gives him problems. You go up to 130, Roach will give you problems.
I mean, he's at what, 122 right now? 126?
Yeah, I think he went down to, what was that fight at? Because we talked about it on the show prior, and I was shocked because he did go back down. It might be 122 and a half. Let me see. What weight was the Inoue Cardenas fight? That was at 122.
So shit, let me ask you, who's your pound for pound list?
Tank's not on it.
Whoa.
Tank's not on it.
No, he's not top 10?
I don't even know if I give him top 10 for real. I'm going Usyk, not in no particular order, but I'm going Usyk. I'm going Canelo. I'm going Inoue.
Wait, you said who?
Usyk, Canelo, Inoue, Crawford.
Just like that, like 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
like that?
no, in no specific order. I'm trying to think of who else. I'm not giving it to Tank though, because he ain't. You haven't been stepping up in any sort of competition. You're not fighting anybody.
Who's winning with Bud and Canelo?
I'm going Bud after that fight.
That's crazy.
I'm going Bud after that fight. I was upset with Canelo watching that bitch.
Well, he didn't look good?
No.
He's getting older.
No.
I think Bud's
older than
Canelo. Bud has the opportunity to beat him. Do I think he'll beat him? I don't know.
If he don't get caught, Bud wins.
Bud
after
gets
watching
caught
that. He does.
Bud got hurt by Gamboa.
Postal.
He got hurt by Gamboa. Imagine what Canelo could do to him.
That's what I'm saying. He better keep them hands up. But then you think about, and I know that this wasn't the Errol Spence that we all know, but when you think about how he nullified all that.
Yeah.
He has high ring IQ. He's very innovative in the ring. And watching Canelo struggle just to stay in front of a guy like Skull, it makes it hard for me to think that Crawford can't take that. I gotta go Crawford. I gotta switch it up. At first I was all Canelo. Now I gotta go Crawford.
When's the fight?
September 12th. September 12th.
Fuck your birthday.
The day after my birthday. I'm a 9/11 baby.
For real?
And he wasn't even born around 9/11 time, so
I was born a year after 9/11.
See, he don't even know the impact, Liv.
That was a year after.
Shit.
It's my birthday.
That's what's up, though.
Chris Brown show.
That's what's up. That was a tragic day.
No, I'm saying that's what's up, that his birthday is the weekend of the fight, not what 9/11, nigga. What you talking about? Like that's what's up. The towers fell. Come on, that's crazy.
They did, Cliff.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's some crazy shit right there. But we might have to figure something out then for that.
Yeah. Man, listen.
We might have to figure something out for that one.
Don't take him to the strip club. He'll start drooling.
Stop it. I ain't never joined a strip club.
Bro, he was sitting there drooling, bro.
This nigga Mark is wild, Joe.
Listen, I was in the car.
Wild.
I was in the car at like 7 in the morning to sleep. It was early as fuck.
No, I'm talking about when we was actually at the strip club, when we was at the bar and we was watching.
Well, no, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing it. Hey, that was fine though. I wasn't doing that. I was doing it. I think something I was asleep. I'm like, it didn't come when I was asleep.
Mark ain't shit, man. Mark, you ain't shit.
Yo, I was a kid at the candy store, bro. I was like,
I'm done with talk. What we got before we wrap this up and get it hit the showers?
Hit them to the Celtics and the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I agree with them. I agree with both of them.
Man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. My hit-ems, I don't care.
I gotta give it to Malk. I gotta give mine to Malk for the fake report today. Fuck out of here. He said Luka retired. Luka retired. Get this fuck out. I said he got too much bread to make. Why would he retire?
This motherfucker texting me. I'm at work. I'm like, ain't no way. I'm over here looking it up. I'm like, I must not got connection.
He got time for 2 more max contracts for real.
Man. Yeah. He might tell you that he got time for like 3 more different teams for real. I don't think he's staying with LA for long.
5.
My hit-ems is going to Sergio Mora and whoever it was that commentated that Canelo fight. Like, it was getting to the point it was pissing me off.
And hit him to the college league for giving Sharon Moore a 2-game suspension when he wasn't part of that fucking Spygate shit, whatever it was.
I don't know the details of all that. But yeah, I would definitely wasn't feeling Sergio. I don't like watching any fight where the commentators are trying to sway the people watching. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, keep your personal feelings out of it. First of all, Sergio Moore, you won your championship off of a guy who was already on his way out of the sport. This nigga came from the Contender Series, a TV show, and he's talking like he's an all-time champ.
Like he done been...
Right, like I just don't like it. Like, just shut the fuck up and do what you're supposed to do and talk about the fight. You don't got to tell people who's supposed to be doing what and winning and why this nigga's running and stop. Like, let us watch it. Let us watch it and come to our own conclusion.
And be like, what's his name? From Top Rank,
Tim Bradley? Yeah, bro, both of them get on my nerves. Both of them get on my nerves. Now, Tim Bradley, of course, you got more, chops under your belt than Amora, but still, like, y'all both get on my nerves. Just do y'all job.
Tim Bradley was all right. I wouldn't even say he was him for real.
No, I wouldn't say he's him, but I mean, you got to dub off of one of the best to ever do it in Pacquiao.
Pacquiao came back and beat him.
Yeah, he did. And it was some argument on whether or not he won that first one.
I don't know.
I thought he won it, but
I was about to say, I'm like,
I thought he won it, but there was definitely some people out there that didn't believe that to be true.
I like Tim Bradley, but I just don't see nothing special. I never seen nothing like special in him.
Right. But yeah, I don't got much else, so I know y'all know the drill by now. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell that nigga to troll. We'll catch y'all next week. We out.
Third.